If you don't do this, you'll get lost in the financial crisis. When faced with a financial crisis, one of the first steps to overcoming it is understanding its root causes. Without knowing where the problem stems from, any solution will be a temporary fix at best. Financial crises often arise from both external and internal factors. On the global stage, we witness economic downturns due to market crashes, inflation, or political instability. But for individuals, the reasons can be more personal: overspending, debt mismanagement, or a sudden loss of income. However, the critical part here is to not simply recognize these factors, but to deeply understand how they affect your life and your financial situation. Global recessions, for example, can increase the cost of living, cause job instability, or even force entire industries into decline. On a personal level, poor financial habits, such as living beyond your means or failing to prepare for emergencies, can spiral into more significant problems over time. Awareness of these causes is essential because it allows you to step back and analyze the bigger picture. It's easy to blame external factors, but many times, the true power lies in addressing internal habits and choices. A financial crisis isn't just about the numbers in your bank account. It's about the habits, mindset, and systems you've established that either prepared you for difficult times or left you vulnerable. Crises often expose weaknesses. They highlight the areas of your financial life that are unstable or unsustainable. It's a moment of reckoning, but also of opportunity. If you don't learn from the causes, you're likely to repeat the same mistakes. This is why understanding the origins of your crisis is key. It's the first step in taking back control. A critical aspect of this understanding is differentiating between what you can control and what you cannot. Global markets, political events, and inflation might be outside of your influence, but your spending, saving, and investing habits are entirely within your grasp. This realization is empowering. It means that despite how overwhelming a crisis might seem, there is always something you can do about it. You are not helpless, but you must be willing to face the realities head-on. By identifying the causes, you can start formulating strategies to prevent further damage. For example, if overspending was the issue, implementing a budget and monitoring your expenses becomes a non-negotiable solution. If it was a sudden job loss, seeking new skills and diversifying your income can be a proactive approach. No matter the reason, remember this: a crisis does not define your financial future. It only reveals where change is needed. It's a wake-up call, an opportunity to reset and rebuild. But this transformation begins with awareness. You cannot win a battle you don't understand, and the same is true for your finances. Understanding the causes of your financial crisis gives you the clarity needed to take the first step toward victory. In times of financial crisis, it's easy to let emotions take over. Fear, anxiety, and even panic can cloud your judgment, leading to poor decisions that make the situation worse. But mastering your emotions is crucial. Without emotional control, you risk reacting impulsively to short-term stress rather than making thoughtful decisions that can lead to long-term stability. A strong, resilient mindset is the cornerstone of navigating any financial challenge. When your finances take a hit, it's natural to feel overwhelmed. However, it's in these moments that your mindset can either save you or sink you. Fear, while understandable, is often an exaggerated response to the unknown. If left unchecked, it can cause you to freeze or make rash decisions, such as liquidating assets, borrowing more money, or cutting vital investments that only deepen your crisis. Managing fear is not about ignoring it, but acknowledging its presence and then setting it aside to focus on solutions. Developing a financially resilient mindset starts with shifting how you view the crisis. Instead of seeing it as an insurmountable problem, see it as a challenge that you have the capability to overcome. Remind yourself that crises are temporary, but your actions during the crisis can have permanent effects. A strong mindset also recognizes that adversity can lead to growth. As the saying goes, a smooth sea never made a skilled sailor. Financial challenges, while painful, are opportunities to learn, adapt, and come out stronger. One of the most powerful tools in controlling your emotions during financial hardship is maintaining a sense of perspective. It's easy to focus on what you've lost, but this narrow focus can trap you in a victim mentality. Instead, broaden your view. Look at your entire financial situation, not just the current crisis. What assets do you still have? What resources can you tap into? Where are the opportunities for recovery? By shifting from a mindset of loss to a mindset of opportunity, you regain control. Equally important is maintaining a long-term outlook. Financial crises, by their nature, feel urgent and immediate, but the truth is they are temporary. You must remember that today's crisis does not define your future. By focusing on long-term goals, you can prevent short-term fears from derailing your progress. For example, if the stock market crashes, the worst move would be selling all your investments in a panic. Historically, markets recover, and those who stay the course often come out ahead. In the same way, the decisions you make during your personal financial crisis should be informed by your long-term goals, not momentary fear. Another key aspect of mental control is the power of routine. When a crisis hits, everything can feel chaotic. Routines help you establish a sense of normalcy, which in turn can calm your mind. Keep track of your finances regularly. Set specific times to review your budget, monitor expenses, and evaluate progress. Routine gives structure to chaos and helps you stay grounded in reality, not in fear. Lastly, it's crucial to surround yourself with people who support your financial well-being. Whether it's friends, family, or professional advisors, having a network of individuals who offer constructive advice and emotional support can make a significant difference. Crisis is not the time for isolation. It's the time to seek counsel from those who have experience and can offer practical guidance. This support can help you maintain a positive and proactive mindset, even in the face of uncertainty. The bottom line is this: control your emotions and you control the crisis. The more you allow fear and anxiety to dictate your actions, the more you'll be pulled away from clear, strategic thinking. But if you take charge of your mental and emotional state, you'll position yourself to not only survive the financial crisis, but to come out on the other side stronger and more resilient than before. One of the most crucial steps in overcoming a financial crisis is reevaluating your spending habits and creating a solid financial plan. A financial crisis forces you to face the uncomfortable truth that what was once a manageable expense may no longer be sustainable. However, rather than seeing this as a defeat, view it as an opportunity to refine and improve your financial discipline. Proper planning, combined with a sharp focus on prioritizing essential expenses, can transform how you handle your finances not just during a crisis, but for the rest of your life. First and foremost, a budget is your best friend. You may have heard it 1,000 times, but its importance cannot be overstated, especially in times of crisis. When money is tight, a detailed budget allows you to see exactly where every dollar is going. It's not just about cutting costs, but about understanding your spending patterns. Where are you spending unnecessarily? What recurring payments could be reduced or eliminated entirely? The act of budgeting is empowering because it gives you a clear map of your financial landscape and helps you regain control. However, planning doesn't stop at simply cutting back. It's about making strategic choices that reflect your financial priorities. In a crisis, the first instinct is often to slash every non-essential expense, but it's more important to take a balanced approach. Start by identifying your fixed expenses, those costs that are necessary for survival, such as housing, utilities, groceries, and healthcare. These are the foundation of your financial plan. Everything else, from entertainment to luxury purchases, should be carefully reconsidered and either reduced or eliminated for the time being. But it's not just about cutting costs. It's about rethinking the value of every dollar spent. In times of financial strain, every expense needs to serve a purpose. Ask yourself, does this expense bring lasting value, or is it a fleeting want? For instance, dining out or buying the latest gadgets may have been routine before the crisis, but now is the time to shift your focus toward long-term financial stability. Every dollar saved today is one that can be used to invest in your future, build an emergency fund, or pay down debt. Another critical aspect of planning during a financial crisis is distinguishing between your short-term and long-term goals. While your immediate focus is on survival, keeping a roof over your head and food on the table, it's equally important to think about how your current actions will affect your future. What steps can you take today to set yourself up for financial recovery once the crisis passes? It might be uncomfortable to think about future goals when your present feels uncertain, but this forward-thinking mindset will help you avoid making short-sighted decisions. Planning also involves protecting what you already have. If you have savings or investments, consider how to safeguard them. While selling off assets might seem like a quick fix, it's often better to preserve long-term investments and focus on adjusting your day-to-day spending. Financial planning in a crisis isn't about abandoning your future financial aspirations, but about adjusting your course temporarily so that you can stay afloat now and thrive later. Lastly, don't underestimate the power of organization. Keeping your finances organized reduces stress and gives you a clearer picture of your situation. Set aside time each week to review your budget, track your spending, and make any necessary adjustments. Being proactive rather than reactive is key to weathering the storm. If unexpected expenses arise, having an organized financial plan means you can handle them with a level head rather than scrambling for solutions. Remember, financial crises are moments that test your discipline, but they also present opportunities to refine how you handle money. By taking the time to reevaluate your expenses and plan strategically, you can create a framework that not only helps you survive the crisis, but sets you up for long-term financial health. The discipline you develop now will be the foundation for a stronger, more resilient financial future. In times of financial crisis, one of the most effective strategies for survival is to increase and diversify your sources of income. Relying on a single income stream is inherently risky, and a crisis will often expose just how fragile that situation can be. Whether it's the loss of a job, the decline of a business, or reduced hours at work, a single source of income can leave you vulnerable when the unexpected happens. The key to not just surviving but thriving during difficult times is to expand your earning potential and create multiple streams of revenue. First, let's address the concept of active versus passive income. Active income is the money you earn from traditional work, whether that's a salary, hourly wage, or freelance work. Passive income, on the other hand, is income that continues to come in with minimal effort once it's set up, such as rental income, dividends from investments, or earnings from digital products like online courses or ebooks. Both forms of income are valuable, but during a financial crisis, focusing on ways to increase active income immediately while building passive income streams over time can provide stability. To start, consider how you can immediately boost your active income. This might involve taking on a part-time job, freelancing, or leveraging skills that are in demand. In the digital age, opportunities for side gigs are vast. From online tutoring and freelance writing to offering consulting services or selling products online, there are countless ways to earn extra money. The goal here is to take advantage of your existing skills and knowledge to generate additional income streams. Think about what you're good at, whether it's design, teaching, marketing, or even manual labor. Can you monetize that skill? If the answer is yes, that's a new avenue of income waiting to be tapped. Diversification is not just about working multiple jobs. It's about creating variety in the types of income you rely on. For example, if you're already working full-time in a traditional job, you might consider starting a side hustle that isn't tied to your primary career field. This ensures that if one income stream dries up, the others can help carry you through. The diversification of income is crucial because it reduces your financial risk. Think of it as spreading your bets. If one investment fails, you still have others that can support you. In addition to active income, passive income streams are a powerful way to protect yourself in the long run. While it may take time to set up, once these streams are in place, they provide consistent revenue with little ongoing effort. For example, if you have savings, consider investing in dividend-paying stocks, real estate, or even creating digital products that can be sold repeatedly with minimal maintenance. Rental properties, peer-to-peer lending, or affiliate marketing are other common methods of building passive income. The idea is to create systems that work for you, generating income while you focus on other activities. Another approach to diversification is to develop new skills that can open up new income opportunities. During times of crisis, adaptability is your greatest asset. Consider learning new trades or skills that are in high demand, such as coding, graphic design, or even online marketing. Online education platforms offer countless resources for learning new skills, and many are affordable or even free. The time you invest in acquiring these skills can pay off significantly as it allows you to enter new fields or offer new services that increase your marketability. It's also important to consider how to monetize assets you may already own. Do you have a vehicle you can rent out or use for ride-sharing? Do you own unused equipment that could be sold or leased? If you have spare space, perhaps you could rent it out. Look around at the resources you already have, whether tangible or intangible, and think creatively about how they can be used to generate income. In times of financial stress, sometimes the answer isn't about earning more, but about maximizing the value of what you already have. Ultimately, increasing and diversifying your income is about taking control of your financial future. You cannot rely solely on a single source of income, especially in times of crisis. By opening up multiple streams of revenue, you reduce your risk and increase your financial stability. You also position yourself to recover faster when the crisis subsides. It's not just about making ends meet now. It's about building a stronger, more resilient financial foundation that can weather future storms. One of the most powerful tools in navigating and overcoming a financial crisis is building a habit of saving, even when times are tough. It may seem counterintuitive to save money when you're already struggling, but it's during these challenging periods that saving becomes more critical than ever. A well-maintained savings cushion can be the difference between surviving a crisis and being overwhelmed by it. Saving during a financial crisis requires discipline, creativity, and a long-term perspective, but the payoff is peace of mind and financial security. The first step toward effective saving in a crisis is recognizing the importance of emergency reserves. An emergency fund is a financial buffer that protects you when unexpected expenses arise, such as medical bills, car repairs, or sudden loss of income. Ideally, you should aim to save enough to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses. While this may seem daunting, especially if you're already dealing with a financial shortfall, the key is to start small. Even saving a little bit consistently can build up over time, giving you a critical safety net for future emergencies. To begin saving in a crisis, you need to rethink how you view every expense. Cutting non-essential spending becomes paramount. This doesn't mean depriving yourself of all enjoyment, but it does mean making hard decisions about what's necessary versus what's a luxury. The goal is to free up as much money as possible to put into savings. Track every dollar you spend. Identify areas where you can cut back, such as dining out, subscriptions, or entertainment, and redirect that money into your emergency fund. It's also important to understand that saving isn't just about hoarding money. It's about using your resources more efficiently. You can find ways to save by adopting a frugal mindset, which involves getting the most value out of every dollar. For instance, cooking at home instead of eating out, buying items in bulk, or using public transportation instead of driving can all lead to significant savings. These small changes, when done consistently, add up over time and help you build your reserves more quickly than you might expect. Another key aspect of saving in a crisis is focusing on debt management. High-interest debt, especially credit card debt, can erode your financial stability if left unchecked. If you're in a financial crisis and carrying high-interest debt, prioritize paying off as much as possible while still maintaining some savings. Even during tough times, making minimum payments on your debts is crucial to avoid penalties and further financial damage. Once your debts are under control, you'll find it easier to allocate more funds toward savings. In addition to cutting costs, think about how you can increase your savings by maximizing income. As discussed earlier, diversifying your sources of revenue is essential, but it's also important to channel any extra income you earn into your savings. Bonuses, tax refunds, or income from side jobs should go directly into your emergency fund rather than being spent impulsively. Remember, the goal during a crisis is to build a financial cushion that will protect you from future shocks. A significant part of building savings is also learning to prepare for the unexpected. You can't predict when the next financial challenge will hit, but you can be ready for it. Once you've established an emergency fund, make it a habit to continue saving even after the crisis has passed. This habit of consistent saving, no matter the economic climate, creates a financial shield that will sustain you through both good and bad times. Savings are not just for emergencies, they are the foundation of financial independence and stability. Additionally, the act of saving provides a sense of control over your financial life. During a crisis, when so much can feel uncertain, the ability to set aside money, even in small amounts, can offer a psychological boost. It's a reminder that you are actively taking steps to protect your future, and that kind of empowerment is invaluable in times of stress. In conclusion, saving money in a financial crisis is not just about survival. It's about creating stability and security for the future. It's the ultimate act of financial self-care. By cutting unnecessary expenses, managing debt, and focusing on building an emergency fund, you can emerge from a crisis with a stronger financial foundation than before. The discipline and habits you develop during tough times will set the stage for long-term success and resilience. While a financial crisis can feel like the worst possible time to think about investing, history has shown that these turbulent periods often present some of the best opportunities for those with the foresight and courage to act. It's true that uncertainty can make investment decisions seem risky, but it's also in these moments of volatility that the seeds of future wealth are sown. By maintaining a clear vision and understanding how to invest smartly during a crisis, you can turn challenges into opportunities. First, it's essential to approach investing during a crisis with a long-term mindset. Crises tend to create fear in the market, leading to sharp declines in asset prices. Stocks fall, real estate values drop, and other investments may seem to lose value overnight. However, if you view these price drops not as losses but as potential buying opportunities, you shift your perspective from fear to strategy. After all, the basic principle of investing is to buy low and sell high. During a crisis, prices are low, often significantly undervalued, which makes it a perfect time for those who can weather the storm to invest for the future. However, investing in a crisis requires disciplined risk management. Not all investments are equally resilient during economic downturns, so it's crucial to identify assets that are more likely to recover and grow in the long term. One strategy is to focus on blue-chip stocks, companies with a strong track record of weathering financial storms. These businesses, while not immune to market dips, tend to recover because of their strong fundamentals, large market share, and steady cash flow. Investing in such companies during a crisis could position you for significant gains when the market eventually rebounds. Diversification remains key, even in a crisis. While it's tempting to go all in on a particular asset class that seems like a great bargain, the truth is that no one can predict with certainty how long the downturn will last or which sectors will recover fastest. Spreading your investments across various asset types, stocks, bonds, real estate, and even commodities, can help mitigate risk. A well-diversified portfolio balances high-risk, high-reward opportunities with safer, more stable investments, ensuring that your financial future remains secure no matter how the crisis plays out. Another important strategy during a financial crisis is investing in yourself. While buying stocks and real estate may yield returns, one of the smartest investments you can make during uncertain times is in your own skills and education. By developing new expertise or deepening your knowledge in high-demand areas, you position yourself to take advantage of future opportunities, whether that's in your career or through entrepreneurial ventures. Economic downturns often lead to shifts in industries and markets, and being adaptable and well-prepared will allow you to capitalize on these changes. During a crisis, it's also critical to avoid panic selling. Many investors, in an attempt to cut their losses, sell off assets when prices are low, only to miss out on the eventual recovery. Historically, markets rebound after crises, and those who maintain a steady hand during turbulent times often see significant gains when conditions improve. The key here is to remain calm and not let fear dictate your financial decisions. While the short term may be volatile, the long-term trend typically favors those who stay the course. Patience, coupled with strategic buying during market dips, can yield considerable returns over time. Additionally, crises often create unique investment opportunities that don't exist in stable markets. For example, real estate can become more accessible as property values drop, or new businesses may emerge to address problems created by the crisis itself. Entrepreneurs who recognize these gaps in the market can build businesses that thrive during downturns. Similarly, existing companies often become undervalued, presenting chances for investors to buy equity in solid enterprises at a discount. The ability to identify these opportunities requires research, patience, and a willingness to act while others hesitate. It's important to acknowledge that investing during a financial crisis isn't without its risks. There's always the possibility that markets could drop further, or that recovery may take longer than expected. That's why liquidity, the ability to access cash when needed, should also be a consideration. Before making any significant investment moves, ensure you have enough in emergency savings to cover your basic needs. Investing should not come at the cost of jeopardizing your immediate financial security. Once you've secured a safety net, then you can start thinking about how to deploy your resources toward investments. Ultimately, smart investing during a financial crisis is about staying focused on the long game. It's easy to get caught up in the panic of the moment, but those who remain calm, informed, and strategic can turn a crisis into an opportunity for growth. By diversifying your investments, focusing on long-term prospects, and avoiding knee-jerk reactions, you set yourself up to emerge from the crisis not just intact, but potentially in a better financial position than before. The key is to act with intention and seize the opportunities that others might overlook out of fear.